built to be on his hind end.
Right.
But I'm having a really hard time getting him to use his hind end, and he loses his footing, especially right hind. He'll like just stop out behind him.
Okay.
And I've done ground pose with him. And I talked to Lori about it. It's always something he's done. If he gets too long, he does it more.
I have one at home that this happens with.
Yeah.
And we did have the SI done.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it didn't need to be done, but I've never had a problem with the horse, and when he's really together,
Yeah.
nothing ever happens. When I ride him, he never trips.
Yeah.
It's much less with the owner now since I finally got her to see the light and I really got after her, because then, she got the vet involved, which was fine. I'm not saying he didn't need to have that done. But I said, as long as you let him go in the wrong way, he's going to fall down behind. And finally, she realizes if she gets on, and from the beginning he's together and he's ridden,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen.
Yeah. He's been better the last week or so.
Yeah.
And I started doing a little haunches in, even though he's not really ready for it, shoulder in, just trying to get him to sit. It's
Right.
mostly that right hind.
Yeah.
And his canter, it comes and goes.
Okay.
Sometimes his canter's good, and sometimes it's a little strong. And he tends to hop into it.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he takes an extra step before he canters.
On both sides? Okay.
Yeah. And
All right.
Some days it's better. Like Thursday, it was absolutely
He was
really
great.
good canter for him.
Okay.
But,
Well, with all that said, let me watch him move a little bit. So he's still in New York?
She came home and rode him Saturday, and then left. They finally finished their job. She should be home. Gonna be home next week.
Yeah.
It's just returning dredge and all that.
Right.
He's being kind of a turd today, though. He's actually, for his breed and his conformation, he's a lot better than he was.
What breed is he?
First run thoroughbred.
Yeah.
He's got, very straight hops and very heavy in the front. And he's getting shoes on
Thursday.
So I don't know if that'll help us. Getting more support.
I would think it would make a little difference. Has he always been barefoot behind?
He's never had shoes.
We backed way off on him for 2 months, almost 3 months. Because I thought mentally he just needed that break. What? Nope. And we don't really do good shoulder bends, because that's what happens. But
now it started, keep going, but
Yeah.
now I'm starting to remember.
Okay.
The more I watch him work, now it's all starting to come back to me.
I'd like to try to keep him a little forward because he gets too, but if I let him go too forward, then he falls apart.
Yep. I can see that. When he gets to a certain point, then speed takes over. He doesn't support it with his hind legs.
Yeah. And you know, when I mean, he was really, he just felt like he'd been crammed right up, and between him being kind of goofy and spooky, and the time end, I could see why people did.
How long does Lori have him?
Since he was like 4. He's, I think, 11.
And who helped her with him?
Jan Lamontagne.
Okay.
And then she had him over with Amanda Gervais.
Yeah. All right.
That was a little rough.
When you pick up the reins, continue on the long side, very small head to the wall leg yield, not too much angle whatsoever.
Yep.
When he's comfortable with it, then change the flexion to a little haunches in. Where is Amanda?
Durgan Farm. He came back very upset over anything and everything.
Yeah. And now change the Yep. Yep. And straight. Good. Play with that for a minute.
But there was really no progression until Kelly got on him. Big difference since she started him.
Yeah, don't let him change the tempo on you. When you change the flexion, Kelly, to the inside, work in conjunction with the right front leg.
Okay.
As he's landing on it,
Yep.
bend him right. In stages. Little more and then the most that you can do. Yep, yep, and straight ahead. The fact that he slows down a little bit when he's stepping into the bend, don't worry about it right now.
Yeah.
Eventually we have to get rid of that too, but I don't want to, I don't want to nitpick at him when he's trying. Yeah.
Good.
And you might then say, all right, well, is there something else that I can do so he doesn't slow down? Try to ride this a little bit off the wall. He might feel a little less claustrophobic
He likes
if
the
he's
wall.
more out on the quarter line. Maybe.
Try.
And now, right, 2, 3, and forward. Yeah, a little better, a little better. He staggered a little bit, but I felt like there was more of an effort to keep going. Again, but stay off the wall.
Now he's getting comfortable.
What's that?
He's getting comfortable.
Yeah, I would not let his pole go lower than that. In fact, a little bit up would be better. Hi.
Morning.
How are you? I jumped right in
I
and
didn't
got
even
going.
see you. I said, Bill's late.
No, I was in talking to Art.
Oh.
And I was like,
No, he's here.
I got here about 20 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. You were way early. Do you need coffee?
I'm sure.
I think Art has some donuts.
Goodness.
I already had one of those too.
Head of the game.
Big circle. Yeah. When he gets to this point, insist that his pole stays up and his nose more out to the front. That's right. You get light, a little lighter there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Change rein. Does he let you drive without hurrying away?
Sometimes.
No, I'm talking about right now. Yeah. Make a volte when that happens.
Okay.
I want to really get the feeling that he lets you drive without overreacting and then trying to escape. Circle. And drive into your hand. Yep. Through a little constant turning of that circle, a little driving, you should be able to regulate that. Smooth it out. Gotta let you in. Yep. Keep the bend through your inside leg. Yep, good, Kelly. And then straight ahead. The moment I saw the trip
Yeah.
is when I see the neck wrong.
Yeah, and I feel like he drops that shoulder at the same time. Like this. So, he's too low in the neck?
No, but he was too braced in the neck.
Okay. Yeah.
When he was argumentative in the neck is when he lost his footing. When he's been good in the neck, he hasn't lost his footing at all. That big circle, and make sure he bends to the left. Make sure. So he fills out the right side. Yeah, exactly. He's got to give to the bend. Good. And then, on purpose now, let him stretch a little longer. Yeah, and then pick him up again. Down the long side, but a little bit to the inside track. We'll head to the wall leg yield, and then alternate the flexion to the left, and then maybe ending to the right. Yeah, and now end to the right. Good. Diagonal. Around the perimeter of the circle. Go a little haunches in. Get the bend. And stretch yourself over to the bending side. And then on the circle line, alternate the flexion. He confuses this with the canter aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Keep the inside shoulder filling out the outside rein. And alternate the flexion, or the bend, I should say. Yeah. 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 Up and out. Up and out. Yeah. And straight ahead on the circle. And then when you're ready, not on my voice, onward into the canter. I like the carriage right, well, I did.
Yeah.
Now he falls down. When the carriage is good, canter on. I wouldn't want haunches in, but I want you really aware of his outside hind leg facing up to the bending rein. Now when you go to bend him to the inside, he doesn't then get longer in his outside hind leg and fall out.
I think you're 10 to 10.
Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry.
Let's start over. Good?
Good boy.
Yeah, keep the bend, keep the bend, keep the bend. Outside leg, keep the bend, keep the bend, keep the bend, keep the bend. Don't give it away. Yeah. And through the small of your back, slow him down. Yeah. Exactly. From your right wrist, bend him a little quicker. From the wrist. From the wrist. Yeah. There we go. And bring him down to the trot. Let him have a little break. I think, I would be interested to know after he gets a little support with shoes behind,
Yeah.
if you feel any difference.
Yeah.
The rest of it though, you know, with some of the difficulties, I will say what experience I've had with these Percheron crosses, it's in there.
Yeah.
The little bolt and run away,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
it's
yeah,
in
I know.
there.
I know. And he has not, I mean, that's the most he's been doing, like when he did that little,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take off. Well, and that's Mike's, I mean, Mike's.
But I can
my
see,
own personal
but I can see where if you're not on top of it, then he can get away.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but in the experience I've had with those Percheron crosses, they all, the ones that I've dealt with have all done it.
So far, I have to say the same thing. But,
When I worked in Wisconsin many years ago, I had a beautiful black one, awesome mover, but he had the same thing in him, and he also had a problem with horses coming at him head on. And when he would decide to turn and go the other way, there was nothing you were doing to stop it.
Yeah, 'cause they're strong.
I hit the ground a couple times really hard on that one.
she hasn't advertised for sale, but she really hasn't had anything, you know? And we haven't gotten him out, and he's going out in September, just training a little.
Yep. Where are you gonna take him?
SMDA. Hopefully she's gonna ride him.
Have you shown any more since I saw you?
Just King Oak.
And that went relatively well?
Yeah, I for Canaan, they went really well. You know,
Maybe
Thursday
push
we
it
tried to
against
clear
the
out
wall
some
more.
warm-ups because he swooped at something and took off, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
He came right back, he was fine. And Friday I did training 2, got another 68, nothing bad, just not quite in front of my leg and not quite supple enough. The 2 winning horses were Tom Moon
Yep.
with his 5-year-old,
Yep.
and I can't remember the other girl's name, but the horse is Black Diamond. He's a 4-year-old that they imported this year. Really nice horse.
Yep.
And then I did training 1 and he got a 70.
Great.
So, he was super. He was absolutely super.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
He
You
has no
recovered?
energy on Saturday.
Pretty recovered.
Take him into a smaller circle, actually a little smaller, not too small, but bring him in and then walk haunches in left. And without scaring him, let him feel a little vibration in your outside spur. Really make it happen. Yeah, and he should not, he shouldn't stop on your spur. Yeah. Yeah, no smaller in the diameter than this, but keep that bend and walk in that position.
Want to be in or out?
I think we have to be out because I think with the rain, I don't think the footing is so reliable outside. That's what Art told me anyway, that's why I'm in here. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. 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 Keep it. Wrap him around your knee.
Good boy.
Good. Now, and exactly, vibrate this fur and say, come on. He shouldn't feel threatened by that, but he should pick his hind legs up and put them under your stirrups. And now, from your left leg, enlarge, almost like you're going to make a big turn on the forehand. Push him out. Push him out. Yeah, fluid. Don't let him stop in those shoulders. Good. Turn a little more. Turn a little more, like you're turning on the forehand, but stay on the line. Yeah, like this. Good. 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 Now, bring him back in again. Yep. Yeah, he could be a little sharper. Yeah, good. Now bring your circle line inward a little smaller. Come on. Keep the bend, keep the bend, keep the bend. Yes. Yes. Good. Now enlarge back out, but really turn. Yes, really turn. Bring him out to the bigger line. Good. Good. Now do the best you can. Canter on. Do the best you can.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Not bad. Not bad. Ah. When you can, bring him down to the walk. Now come in again. Thanks, Bev.
Here's a revised
Ooh,
schedule also.
You've been to Vermont.
Yep, I just got back yesterday.
Bring him in. Oh, so this is different than what was out there.
Yeah, Nina's not riding.
Sue is.
I'm taking her spot today, so.
so Sue's gonna ride tomorrow?
Yes,
Okay, that's the revised.
she's on the list, so she has no choice.
That's right.
She's on the list. She's not getting off the list
That's
now.
right.
You've had how many clinics to watch? Now you're gonna sweat.
I know.
Yeah, don't give up. Come in. Also come in with your weight more. Yeah, good. Good. He's got to come in front of your leg now, not, he's enough sideways, but I want to feel like he'll go a little more when you close your leg. Exactly. Now enlarge back out, but really turn him. Yeah.
Good boy.
Good. Now go on a normal circle directly ahead into the canter. Yep, good job, good job.
There you go.
No, kitty. Now bring your circle in slightly, like you did in the walk. Yeah, good.
And then walk.
Not yet. And now bring him down to the walk. All I'm trying to do is try to up the ante a little bit, so he has to work a little bit harder in his hind legs.
Yep. Yep. I
So-
started doing some squares.
Yeah. Quicker. His reaction, quicker. Exactly. And now turn the circle into the square. Keep the bend. Keep the bend. Good. Tendency towards haunches in on the exit. Don't let him out. Don't let him out in that right hind leg. Yeah, keep him in. Exactly. Keep him in. Now, make him short on the inside. Say, no way, you're not trotting off of your left hind leg, you're going to stay on it. There we go. Good. Good. And now canter your circle. Just start over, not a big deal. Left hip forward. Keep the bend, don't give it away. Good. Now bring him back a little bit on the left. Bring him back a little bit on the left. Bring him more back. There you go.
Good boy.
Bring him back.
Good boy.
Good. And back to the trot. When you go straight ahead, little haunches in, and I don't care if it's rising or sitting. Little haunches in. Yep. Good, Kelly. Now he trots through the bend. Good job. Change rein. I like where this carriage is, right there. Now I don't feel like he wants to fall over it. How much weight is there?
Not much. In the reins?
He's not too heavy?
No.
Okay, circle 10 meters. Bend him a little bit to the right. Work in sequence with his right front leg, but make sure he bends. Good. Yeah, keep the bend, keep the bend. Yeah, let him go away. There's a little misunderstanding of the outside leg when you bend him. Yeah. And then when you go straight ahead, haunches in. He associates the outside leg with run. Good. Good. And straight ahead, rising on the long side, let him stretch down. And retake. Good. 10 meters. Bend him around your right knee and thigh. Bend him around. Yes. And now relax. Now sit in, haunches in. No, you're not getting in my lap. No. 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 Good. Good job. And then onto the large circle again, and bring him down to the walk. Haunches right. And spiral in. Yeah. Bend him right. Yeah. And now spiral back out like you're turning on the forehand. Really turn the shoulders and really yield to the outside. Good. Canter on. Yeah. He really tried. He did. Make them a little shorter on the inside and really stretch yourself into the walk. Just stretch yourself, make it happen, and haunches in. Yeah. And now enlarge back out. Careful, slow, slow, slow. And your canter aid, slow. Not abrupt. Yeah. I think in doing that, he has to push more honestly. In trot, I feel like he just heaves himself into canter. And this time back down to the, I was going to say the trot, but it's got to be your idea, not his. So when you get the canter back again, then you put the transition where you want it.
For the walk?
From the walk again. But this time you are gonna go from canter to trot.
Okay. In this direction, I feel like I had nothing under my right seat.
You don't.
Okay, so as long as I,
You don't.
as long as I know that.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah. Good, and then go back out.
Boy. That's much better. Okay, that's okay.
That's right. Already haunches in straight ahead. Yep.
Yeah, good boy.
You keep that degree of bend. It's not too much. Good. Yes. Now take him to the quarter line.
Take him.
Yep. Yep. Move him over. Yes.
Good boy.
Straight ahead, haunches in. Yep.
Boy.
This time, haunches in from the long side and then turn the forehand on a little diagonal. Go to the center. Yes. And straight on center, haunches in. To the right, keep haunches in. After the corner, turn his forehand on a diagonal.
I'm not sure I
Yeah, circle, circle, circle. Stay haunches in. Then just turn his forehand like you're going to go over a diagonal and it becomes half pass.
and go across.
Now, yeah, go over to the center. It becomes half pass. Stay haunches in. Yeah. Now let his shoulders look for the diagonal. Good, good. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Good boy.
Now he stepped over onto his right hind leg. Straight ahead, haunches in. That's what's going to then give you a feeling of something to sit on the right. Straight ahead. And then again on the short side, haunches in. Keep the haunches in. Go deep in the corner and then turn his forehand on the diagonal. Now turn his shoulders on the diagonal.
Yes.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
God.
And let him stretch down, rising.
Boy.
That's a better trot behind. Like he uses all of his parts now. Let him walk for a minute. Then we're going to do one more of those to the right.
Okay. I was a little worried when I started like playing around with shoulder and haunches in and just starting to like get him there. I was like, oh, is it going to be too much? But I don't know.
I think well, I mean, I don't know him as well as you do, but to me, he needs lots of little jobs.
Yeah.
Lots of little jobs. I feel like when it's too simple and there's too much time between things,
Yeah, he looks for something to do.
exactly. And then when he has too much time, then he messes around.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a kid in school that needs to stay occupied all the time or they get in trouble.
Let's see who's next, I can't remember.
Gene.
Okay, Jean and Amy. Excuse me. Jean's bringing a new horse.
Who is?
Jean,
Is bringing her new one?
yes.
Not the gray.
The other one's, I guess he's lame.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Somebody had told me that the other day too.
Huh. So what's your next outing?
None.
That's
for
it.
SMDA.
Yeah.
And I might take Charlie, I gotta talk to Nina again. Even though we don't have the changes yet, I'm gonna stick him in the third level class. Because we gotta get him out there and get him to work in the class instead of just taking over and running around.
Yeah.
So if I can even do simple changes. We almost had it. I had he did a clean change and then he threw his head up and took off the other day.
Oh God.
But, you know, it's a step,
Yeah.
you know.
And didn't she show somewhere?
She showed at King Oak, and I watched her. It was good to go with her because I know she had horrible